Good evening, Professor Wright. My name is Lorraine Stevens. My topic tonight is my program. My program is effectively communicating. And I believe effectively communicating means that we communicate through face-to-face interviewing, face-to-face talking, emailing, phone messaging, talking on the phone, keeping in contact with one another. We have so many different technologies these days in ways for people to communicate. But I find the best way to communicate is through face-to-face. This way you can tell what the body language is and how their emotions are at the time. I'm not saying that you can't tell their emotions over the phone, but you really cannot tell through an email. And you can't read a person all that well through an email. So communications for a business means you have to communicate through emails to certain vendors, and you have to be able to contact your employees through the phone or email, and some even do it through a text message, which I don't personally think is proper for a business. However, that is my own opinion. Another thing is, with a lot of the communication, the technologies today, people can misunderstand what you're saying to them. If you don't make your point very clear, then there is room for misunderstanding. We all take things a little bit more out of context sometimes. And it's no fault of our own. We're taught that from an early age, to not always listen to everything that's being said. Sometimes we listen a little too much and put our own perspectives on top of it. We have more time to listen and try to understand what the other person is saying. I like to think that I can listen and understand and read somebody's language. If you're a good listener and you can communicate effectively, then you'll know how to read someone's body language. And this also tells you what type of emotions is going through them and how you can help them overcome issues. In a business, you have to be able to overcome many issues. We all take things for granted, but we need to stop and listen and pay attention to the things that are going on around us and the people around us. Taking time to learn things and teaching other people things is a great accomplishment. In your line of work, Professor, you have to be able to teach and make the students understand. In my line of work, you have to be able to read people and communicate and understand what they're saying, as you do as well. But we all have these areas in which we need to learn how to communicate and how to do it effectively. Taking time to listen, I'm going to keep reiterating on the listening part because that is a big part of communication. I had a client not that long ago who called me and said, I'm having some problems at home. Could you please help me? And I asked her what was going on. She immediately started to cry, and it overcame me. So when I became overwhelmed with her emotions, I had to stop her in the middle of her crying and tell her it would be okay. And whatever was going on, I would be able to try to help her. Learning how to help someone is a big thing. We all need to take time to understand what other people are feeling and learn what they need so that we can help them. I think that's basically everything an effective communication class can tell you, is learning and understanding and helping and teaching the others how to overcome issues. Thank you and have a good night, Professor.